I might use this at the bottom of my planner. Right. So we made our daily run to Menards and Lowe's today. And while I was at Menards, they had this raised garden bed on sale for $54. It's a polymer outdoor product, easy harvest elevated garden bed with wood finish for vegetables, herbs, and flowers. It holds 2.1 cubic feet of soil. The measurements are 32.5 inches in length, 14.2 inches in width, and the height is 31.1. So I did want to get another trough like I have the silver one over there, but this is it's a pretty okay alternative. And I wanted to have some extra soil down here, and I wanted to get stuff planted, so it came right on time. So inside of it, I pulled the box out, and the little pieces are there inside of it, so I got to put it together. So that's what I am going to do. And I don't know if this comes first, but you see over there, I have the starts of my pop-up greenhouse. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Interesting that I don't see any instructions. That scares me a bit, but let's get to it. I guess I'll put it together looking at the picture. But where am I going to put it? Oh, but while I'm thinking about it, these are my beans. I was just looking at Epic Gardener, and they talked about plants that do better with direct sow instead of starting the seeds in the house and planting them. And beans were on that list, pole beans. I would say the first win, my beans were over it. They broke. They're still alive, but look how sad they look. Look how sad they look. Everything else I planted is doing great. So I think I might pull out the beans and put them on one side and direct sow another, because I got time for them to grow. We'll see. But we're still trying to figure out, where am I going to put this garden bed?
A few moments later.
I don't even know. Lord knows I don't want to pick up these pots anymore. Put this one really good. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. have lettuce. This is romaine lettuce. This is going to get on my nerves. Get pretty deep when you let them grow. So let's see. Experiment. I had some broccoli that, not broccoli, celery that I didn't really root out yet. It's raw. I'm gonna see if it'll root out in the dirt. I'm gonna put my onions. I'm gonna leave it in the big clump. Again, science experiment, or maybe I'll spread it out a little bit. But I know I'm gonna have to separate it at some point. For right now, it's just so I can get it in the dirt until I can really figure out what the hell I want to do. Put my gooseberries in there, but they really weren't hardened. I had a whole bunch of them, but see, the only ones I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that seem to be doing okay. I'm gonna leave it like that because it's gonna be survival of the fittest, because I know they grow like tomatillos, like I had said before. So I'm gonna leave them. I'm not gonna plant anything else, but I'm just gonna see it's super dry. I need to water. I'm gonna leave that as is. This right now only has green onions in it. What can I put in here? It's deep enough. I think I'm gonna put some carrots in there. See what takes. And then my 2 big pots, these are like 22-inch pots. I'm gonna put my tomato plants in there. So let me go get them. Okay. This is a cherry tomato. Don't ask me what variety. I don't know. I forgot. Plant it on the side. Let me get the roots. Water.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
All right, Saturday morning. And this is the continuation of me doing my backyard. And one of the main things, I don't do any maintenance on it. It probably needs maintenance. So let's pray that this whole starts. Let's pray.
God, if you listen, help!
Okay. I got a little on it before it gets too hot. Nope. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. I knew you could do it. You're a scholar and a gentleman. Ugh, it's horrendous. It's horrendous. Gotta get the lawn mowed. Now, I have a lot of trash in my yard because I'm got that street behind me and just kids and people in general. A lot of trash flies in my yard, so I'm gonna have to pick that up. This location right here, I used to have a swing set there, the slide and all that. Oh, my finger's bleeding. Ooh, my bad. Was right there, so I tried to put mulch there, and I put grass there and all kinds of stuff to get it to look better, and it just won't. The man has plans to put a man cave out here like a standalone building, so I'm not going to do too much to make that look better, but I will mulch around that tree, try to get as many weeds. Never mind the land bombs. He's out here to get that for me. But this is the dog area I created, so they won't be out here digging up my grass. So this is where they go to the bathroom. But there's weeds all in there, so I need to put some weed killer over there and take care of that. But it's a hot mess express. He's not too happy with me. He was sick yesterday, but he's got to pick up the poop. He feels better today. And then he can sit and watch TV to his heart's content. I'm just gonna hop on here real quick and say that all these sticks that I'm picking up right now came from my river birch trees that are in my front yard. I have 2 of them. When they're not happy, they drop sticks like crazy. Do not recommend. Need tons of fertilizer. Just ridiculous. No. Oh, timber. Oh no. Break time over. Needing more bags. And now it's colder. Yay me. I ain't record any of what I just did. Next, I got my hats. I already did some, but the big branches I'm cutting up. I got some over there. Hi, it's Future Kim again. The way that I'm cutting the branches in this bag, is it safe? Absolutely not, but did I do it anyway? I absolutely did. I never have enough sand to do what I want to do. Went to Menards today. I had 1 bag of sand already. Went and got 2 more, and it wasn't enough. Now, I'm okay with this part. See how wet my hands are? I'm okay with this part being on a slant. Like, this whole area goes downhill. I was just trying to get the inside more level because I'm going to have, like, a shelf in there. But I guess at the end of the day, that's level enough for a shelf, and that side is level enough for a shelf. And that's where I'm going to be walking. So right now, it's good enough. It's cold, and probably gonna do take 2 tomorrow. It's supposed to be warmer. Right now it's in the 40s. I think it's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow. Go figure. So see you tomorrow. So it's another day, a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. And I have this black fencing that I use at my community garden. And I'm going to put it alongside my fence because of how the pickets are. The weeds come through there, rabbits come through there. And I don't want to have to worry about what's coming through the back of my greenhouse. So I'm going to put some of it up and then over there as well. Because there's a bush. I forgot what it's called. But there's a bush that's behind the tree. And I don't know if by the time this video comes out, if I mentioned it. But my fencing, so if you see there's a white fence behind it, the original owner, the fence was the original fence that was falling down. And so the neighbors had tried to talk to him about going half on the fence just so it could be repaired, but he never really spoke to them about it. So they just went ahead and put their own fence up. And then he eventually did put a new fence right here. But it left about a foot wide gap in between. And garbage from the street gets in there. But what's the worst about it is that weeds, there's a tree growing, all kind of stuff. And it comes up behind one, it's like a vine that grows that's further down. Creeping Charlie, which is a really aggressive weed that grows. And so I've tried putting bush killer back there, vinegar, salted the earth, like whatever I could, hot water and bleach, and it doesn't do anything. So for right now, and then the rabbits also come, like if you see the pickets, they come in between and they terrorize my plants and my grass and dig holes just as bad as my dogs. So I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna use a staple gun to attach it. So right now I'm gonna do the parts that are behind my greenhouse just to get that done, and we'll go from there. I think a roll of this fencing is like $30, and you might get 50 feet, which isn't a whole lot. So anyway, I'm going to try to see what I can do. I wasted so many staples trying to staple. I ran out. So I gotta go to YouTube University to figure out how to load this thing. I'll be right back. Got it! but just in case I need to voice over because my neighbors are playing music and I don't want to get copyrighted. But I had enough fencing to go up around here, come down by my clematis, then going all the way down past my raised garden beds to where I'm going to move my shed down to, so I don't have to worry about critters there. And I had said before, the strings that I took down, I used the extra pieces and when I fixed the fence and things to go along to try to keep the rabbits out. It doesn't really work too well. So my next thing is to get more of that fencing and go along the back fence to continue to try to keep the rabbits out, and I hope it works. I can get one more roll, but for scrap pieces and what I didn't use at my garden, that's not too bad. So my next step is to work on the greenhouse. It's not as level as I want it to be as far as the pavers, but it's okay. It's good enough. Good enough, and I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna get the cover and get going on that. Also, the way the greenhouse went up, if you see, it took by myself and it pops up just like a regular pop-up tent, so that was easy enough. If you dealt with a pop-up tent or pop-up gazebo. Alright, first thoughts, if I can even use this footage. I feel like my neighbor knows I'm trying to record, so he's playing music. Because usually he doesn't play music when he's in his yard. Anyway, first impressions of this greenhouse. Still fairly easy to put up, but like the review said, and I'll link where I got it on Amazon, holes happen easily. And so most of the complaints were in Texas where they had a lot of hot sun. It melted holes in it. So I could see a hailstorm is gonna be holes in it. So I might put like a shade cloth on top for that. But holes happen also with me just putting it up. So holes happen with me just putting it up. They're getting caught, so I'm gonna have to, you know, put tape there. And then got caught somewhere over here too. So you gotta be careful when you're putting it up, and so you gotta be careful when putting it up, because that could happen. Now I'm gonna put the ties on it to keep it down. And you can see I put T-posts up instead of just trying to stake it into the ground. I want to try to keep it tight so the wind, it doesn't pull too much, but from what I read in the review, it rips at the seams. So I'm hoping with me tying it so close with the T-post, it won't. I did lower it to put the top on, but I probably should have lowered it more, but it is what it is. Like with I have a pop-up tent that I do events with. I pull it over on the outside. I was being extra and pull over from the inside. It is what it is. I got it up, but I probably wouldn't have ripped it if I had did it that way. plants I know lying around here. I'm gonna put it in the inside to keep the sides from flapping up. And then I can set plants on it. I tell you what, that greenhouse, that's what it's supposed to do. It's warm in there. Even with the backyard. Alright, now I'm gonna get the shelf that I bought to go in there. Alright, I put it together off camera. I mean, it was cheap. I don't know if I like it having these plastic pieces to connect it, because when it gets hot, it kind of gives way. I bent it because I'm so strong. So I'm gonna put it in there now. So I'm really going to be using this for my house plants, but I need to get my plants that are in the house outside and used to this weather, like my summer squash, zucchini, whatever it is. I'm going to bring that out here. I just got to remember to come and water it. That's the only thing. I might put it in like a tray, keep it in the tray, fill it with water so it can soak up every nutrient. But that's basically what it looks in there for now. I'm gonna sweep the sand out. The white stuff is a diatomaceous earth. But for now, this will do what it do. So I'm gonna go get my plants from the inside and be right back. There's a bug in here already, but all right, that's it for that.